Hello Ms. Ang, this is our business analytics project on the trend of COE and is completed and presented by Group 2 consisting of Justin, Gil, Ian, Clement and myself Jared. Starting off with 3.1, let me explain how we get the graph here as shown below. Our business question is to study and visualize the overall COE quota trend from year 2002 to year 2017. Thereby, we use our year as a column and sum of quota in rows. The quota started at 57,927 in 2002 and increased to 144,225 at 2005, before making a huge plunge down to 40,866, before making an increase to 105,103 in 2016 before making a sharp turn back down to 56,187 in 2017. Moving on, for 3.2.1, our business question is that which category's premium has increased in terms of average premium and to suggest reasons for such occurrences. So it requires us to compare the average premium and the quota. Therefore, we place both average premium and sum of quota in the rows, and with vehicle class in the rows too. And we can see that category B over here and category E have made a sharp increase in the average premium from 2009 to 2012. This is because there is a decrease in quota from 2009 to 2012 over here, while there was a constant demand, and this causes the price of bids to increase and as a result causes the average premium to have a steep incline as shown here in category E and also in category B over here. As you can see, 2009, 2012, there was a decline in the quota. For 3.2.2, which category has decreased or remained constant in terms of average premium and to suggest reasons for such occurrences? We can see that category D here remain constant in terms of average premium when comparing with the rest. The number of quota and demand has seen no change, and thus average premium remain constant. For 3.2.3, which category has the highest or lowest number of transactions? And to analyze the data and suggest reason on why certain categories have higher or lower number of transactions. To find out which category has the highest or lowest number of transactions, we added the sum of bid success to rows to compare it. And we can see that category A here, has the highest number of bid success, while C has the lowest number of bid success over here. You can see it has the lowest number of bid success. Now, I'll be passing my time on to Yuan.
For 3.3, our business question is to calculate the average number of transactions quarterly for all the years and find out the highest average of transactions. Transactions here refer to bid success. A quarter has 3 months. First, we drag bid success to rows and change the measure from sum to average. Next, we created a calculated field named quarter to group the years into quarters. As you can see from our calculation, if month is January to March, which is less than or equal to 3, then it will be grouped under quarter 1. Else if April to June, which is less than 7, then it will be quarter 2. Else if July to September, which is less than or equal to 9, then it will be quarter 3. Else October to December will be in quarter 4. Then we dragged quarter dimension to columns and filter and selected all in the quarter filter to show all 4 quarters. We presented our results in a bar chart to compare the number of average bid success. We also showed all mark labels in the marks tab. From there, we derived that quarter 1 has an average of 782.06 transactions, which is the highest average of all. Quarter 2 has an average of 746.93 transactions. Quarter 3 has an average of 736.11 transactions, and Quarter 4 has an average of 772.15 transactions. 3.4, we'll be studying the previous quota premium, also known as the PQP. Our first main business question is to calculate the PQP using the data given by averaging the COE prices of the preceding last 3 months of 2017 for category A and B respectively. Preceding last 3 months of 2017 refers to April, May, June, which falls under quarter 2. First, we drag the premium to rows and change the measure from sum to average and vehicle class to columns. We filtered vehicle class to be only category A and B, quarter to show only quarter 2, and year to be only 2017. We presented the data in a bar chart for clearer visual representation and added a reference line to both panes respectively to show the average PQP of the 3 months. As you can see from the graph, the PQP for category A is 48,200 and the PQP for category B is 52,473. Our second main business question is to find the highest and lowest PQP for both categories from the data given and suggest reasons for such occurrences. First, we dragged vehicle class and year to the columns and premium to rows, after which we changed the measure of the premium to be average. Then we filtered the vehicle class in this sheet. Category A was shown, year to be from 2002 to 2017, quarter to show quarter 2, showed all labels and presented in the bar chart. From there, we derived that 2014 has the highest PQP of $66,586 for category A, which may be due to the recategorization of cars in 2014 by LTA, while 2009 has the lowest PQP of $9,608. We duplicated the sheet and filtered vehicle class to display only category B. From there, we derived that 2012 has the highest PQP of $86,728, which may be due to the rising costs in Singapore, and 2009 has the lowest PQP of $9,742. Both categories hit their lowest PQP at 2009, which may be due to Singapore still recovering from the 2007 to 2008 global financial crisis. Following the question 2 part A asks whether or not the car owner should send his car to scrap or extend a COE by paying the PQP if his existing COE is due next year February. Using the context by LTA who announced that Singapore's vehicle growth rate will be cut to 0 for all cars in category A, B and D, and that the change will take effect from February next year, our answer is yes to extend the COE by paying the PQP since the PQP is relatively cheap as compared to previous years. A 0% in car growth rate would mean lesser COE circulating in the market for people to bid for, and a decrease in COE quota would result in an increase in the premiums as previously discussed. COE will rise drastically, making it difficult for existing car owners to bid again at similar price later.
For 3.5, we'll be looking at COE quota and premium. For our first business question, we'll be looking at the quota and premium trend, asking is there any relationship between the quota and the premium? If relationships are observed, what could have caused this to happen? So we can check by using year in the columns and premium and quota in rows, changing both of their measurements to average so that we can view the relationship over the years. From our graph, you can see that as average premium increases, average quota will decrease with it. This is because when average premium increases, the demand for COE will decrease. Hence, the number of COE available for bidding will decrease as well. Now, for our second business question, we'll be asking, why are there any outliers in the scatter plots? Can you research on the possible reason for the outliers? By using the sum of the bid success in our columns and average premium in rows, Using our story, we can see the trend over the years for each category. And from here, you can see that there are two outliers for category B, one in 2015 and one in 2016. It is believed that the reason for this drastic drop in COE premiums was due to the big car buyers, where many cars were purchased at once. Now for 3.6, we'll be looking at vehicle ownership. Our first business question is asking, is there a correlation between GDP, unemployment rate, and car ownership? Now to find out the answer, our first graph is looking at the number of vehicles and the sum of GDP. Using the sum of GDP in a linear graph, we can see that there's a direct proportional relationship, as when vehicle number increases, the sum of GDP increases with it as well. And for our unemployment rate, although there's an increase in unemployment rate and number of vehicles here, as the number of vehicles continued to increase, the unemployment rate fell drastically. And we can see that there is no direct relationship between unemployment rate and car ownership. Our second business question is asking, based on our answer in 1A, is it ideal to buy a car given the forecasted GDP and unemployment rate? The answer is yes. Although there is no direct relationship between unemployment rate and car ownership, it is reasonable to think that there is an increase in unemployment rate, meaning that the economy is relatively not doing well. This translates to a cheaper COE, and car owners should make use of this opportunity to bid for COEs. The GDP is forecasted to increase, meaning that there is money still being circulated in the economy, and the unemployment rate will only affect a certain number of people and not the whole country. Now for our last business question, we'll be asking, are there people buying more cars on average? Explain why. In 2007, the ratio of the number of people to car was 21.88. As we use the number of years and the sum of the number of people, we can see that for every 21.88 people, only one car was purchased. And in 2008, this ratio dropped drastically to less than half, to about 8.79. This could be due to more people buying cars in the year 2008, which was the year after the financial crisis, which occurred in 2007, leaving people with many uncertainties about the future economy, and they will be more reserved when coming to bidding for the COEs. However, as the number dropped from 21 to 8, it showed that a lot of more people purchased the cars. And it has been inferred that the people from the upper class benefited from this COE, and despite the economy still facing a crisis, many people purchased cars still. However, in 2010, the number fell to 8.54, as there is a steady increase in ratio, indicating there are fewer people buying cars. This coincides with the opening of the Circle Line MRT network. Furthermore, the government has been advocating for a car-light society, which pushes more train networks so that public transport is more accessible. As such, there will be fewer people purchasing cars over the years. Thank you. This is all we have for our Phase 1 presentation.